Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about this piece a little bit and welcoming in fall. So let's get started. So for me, the official start of fall is September 1st. And I don't really have a good reason for that. I have no idea why that's like the arbitrary date on the calendar that I've decided that fall officially starts, but it is. So I know that I've complained a little bit about fall decorations, especially like Halloween decorations, being out in the stores in July. Even though fall is my favorite season, Halloween isn't necessarily my favorite holiday, because my favorite holiday is Thanksgiving, but that still falls in the fall. So, yeah, but fall is my favorite season, and my complaint about fall coming early this year isn't necessarily because I don't want it to be here. It was just because it kind of made it feel like the entire year was going by way too fast. So I was sort of pushing against that. But it's here. I'm excited. I'm very happy. And I have done several other seasonal type or seasonal themed paintings before. And so I have 2 or 3 that I've done for spring, because spring is probably my second favorite season. And then I have a couple that I've done for summer, and I realized I haven't really done anything for fall. I did a Draw This in Your Style challenge last year, hosted by, I believe it was Sarisria. They did a spring themed portrait of a girl, and I decided to do the Draw This in Your Style challenge but make it fall themed. And so far, that is the only fall themed picture that I have created. So I decided to do one of my own this year, and the idea came to me to just do a little homage piece to all of the things that I consider to be like quintessential fall. So a nice hot cup of something, whatever your fall drink of choice is. Mine happens to be chai tea or possibly an eggnog latte, and obviously some kind of comfortable knit sweater. And within the steam, I wanted to do some other little icons or iconography of fall, the fall season. So things like pumpkins and boots and fall leaves and skeletons for Halloween, things like that. So the idea came to me, and it was pretty straightforward. And again, this doesn't happen super often where I have a very clear idea of what I want to make and it just all kind of comes together. But this was one of those very lucky pieces where I was very much in the flow, as you might suggest. And doing the sketch part is always kind of the, what I call like the figure it out stage, where you kind of have to figure out where everything is sitting so that it makes sense to the eye for the final piece. And you build kind of like a structural like framework underneath what's going to be the actual painting. And obviously you figure out like the sizing of things, like is the coffee cup too big or too small? Is her head too big, too small? How much hair do I want her to have, and what exactly do I want it to be doing? That kind of thing. And I did want it to have like this magical kind of quality, like the steam that's rising up from the cup has such like a power to it that it's like blowing her hair up. And then of course the steam weaving through the hair I thought would be a really cool touch. So that is more complex in an ideology than I normally have for my paintings or my pictures. And I've been trying to push myself this year to do more complex images. I still typically only do either portraits or like half body pictures, but I do want them to have a little bit more of a visual interest and tell a little bit more of a story rather than just somebody posing pretty for the camera. So that is something I definitely wanted to push myself with on this piece. And I used mostly Procreate standard brushes and a few of my own custom brushes. So I've been kind of falling into this little, I guess, niche, this little comfort zone within Procreate, where I use Procreate standard brushes such as the 6B pencil for sketching, the Tinderbox in the inking category for inking, and the Talea brush. I'm sorry. The Talea brush in artistic. I'm not entirely sure if that's the category. I will look that up so that I can show it on the screen. But that's the brush that I use for putting down like the base colors. And then I used my own custom watercolor brush that I've created for doing the shadows. I also use custom watercolor splotches for the background. Like I wanted to do just kind of an abstract background in quasi fall colors, I guess you could call them, just to kind of give it to make it look like I didn't forget the background. It's not an unfinished piece, but I don't want it to take away from the main focus, which is her. So I'm going to go ahead and let you enjoy the rest of the painting. I just wanted to do a short and sweet chat about it and say happy fall. I am very excited. It is officially here in my mind and in my household, especially since I live in the Pacific Northwest. It's already chilly, so I'm very excited. So I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below, and I will talk to you in the next one. Thank you.